Got to give the people... Wait, hold up. No, that's not what we're doing. My bad. Sorry. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to our first Monday morning video of the year. It's Bass. I'm out on the stoop on a Sunday trying to make it happen. Let's go. You know, just laying back in the kitchen, hanging out at the house. But now we have some highlights up first from the dance. The dance was a huge success. People had fun. Music was on point. We had a piñata. Who has a piñata at a dance? I don't know. It got us back on track. We're looking forward to doing some more things along these lines and hopefully getting even more people involved. Humongous shout to Ace and BSU. You all killed it. Thank you for all the work that you did. Let's check out some of these highlights.
Let's go. Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Check it out, y'all. How low can you go? Can you go down low?
Especially humongous, ginormous, gigantic shout out to Miss Sanchez and Miss Allen. You all killed it. Y'all worked very hard. You really like steamrolled that thing through. We didn't know what was gonna happen, but you all really made it work. So we really appreciate that. Okay. And up next, we got one of our own, one of Gateway's finest. Gonna share a little bit of her poetry, Miss Nevaeh Jackson.
The problem with Tumblr. I think suicidal people are just angels that want to go home. This is the problem with Tumblr. Those bodies don't contain angels. Her body doesn't contain an angel. Self-care tips on Tumblr tell you to wrap yourself in a blanket and cry, and for anxiety, they tell you to fold away your worries into origami hearts. They hardly ever tell you to breathe. They tell you to do cute things, cute self-help tips for cute mental illnesses. You shouldn't look at someone's scars and refer to them as a beautiful tiger. You should remind her that she should feel good about herself because she doesn't feel good about herself. She's not a beautiful tiger and her body doesn't contain an angel. It contains a person, but you've turned her into a post on Tumblr.
All right, you guys, here's another update from the Mental Health Awareness Group.
I found that with depression, one of the most important things you could realize is that you're not alone. You're not the first to go through it. You're not gonna be the last to go through it. And oftentimes it happens. You feel like you're alone and you feel like it's only you and you're in your bubble. And I wish I had someone at that time who could just pull me aside and, hey, it's gonna be okay. It'll be okay. So I wish I knew that. Just gotta remember. Hold on to that fundamental quality of faith. Have faith that on the other side of your pain is something good. After about a month and a half of staying in that little apartment and cleaning, I got a phone call from the head coach of the team who cut me, the head coach of the Calgary Stampeders. He called me and he said, hey, I know we cut you, but I'd like you to come back. I said, okay, I appreciate that, coach. Thank you very much. I'll think about it. And he said, okay, great. I hung up the phone and my dad said, you gonna do it, right? I said, no, I don't think so. I think I'm done with that. And he goes, what? I said, my gut tells me I'm done. He said, what are you gonna do? I took a deep breath. I said, I'd like to get into the business. He said, what business? I said, the wrestling business. He said, you are throwing it all away. It is the worst mistake you will ever make. He said, you're ruining your career. I said, maybe I'll be no good. But I feel like in my heart I have to do this. And I either need you to train me or need you to not train me. My dad rose to the occasion, said, I'll train you. And it wound up being one of the greatest chapters in my life
night to be confused, one night to speed up truth. We had a promise made, 4 hands and then away. Both under influence, we had divine scent to know what to say. Mind is a razor blade.
All right, Nevaeh, thank you for that. Up next, we got a message from Miss Gellermino.
We have some incredible arts classes producing beautiful artwork. You'll see it in the hallways on both floors. And we ask that you take precaution when you're walking past that artwork. Gateway is not the kind of school that wants to have their artwork behind glass, because we really believe in trusting each other in the community. If you were in my class last year, any of those vessels are yours, or you were in my class last year, you probably made one, you should come claim your vessel. And if you want to glaze it, that's even more fun. You're welcome to do that, and I can fire it again for you. Glazed, color, all that fun stuff. And we have new glazes. Just come by at lunch on Tuesday or Thursday. Okay? Thanks so much. Bye.
All right, what we got now? Now we have some important information from GSA, so please focus and pay attention.
Do you know what LGBT stands for?
LG, lesbian, gay, bisexual,
Transgender?
Lesbian, gay, bi, transgender.
Nowadays, there's often no need to explain what LGBT means. But people who don't identify as heterosexual or cisgender, and also don't identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender, are spearheading a movement to add more letters to the traditional LGBT acronym.
Have you heard of the acronym LGBTQA+?
absolutely not.
No, I don't want to be wrong, and yes.
Not the A part, but the LGBTQ+.
So what does QA+ mean, and why is it important? The acronym LGBT is not the end-all be-all of non-heterosexual and non-cisgender identity. In reality, this community expands far beyond 4 categories. By adding new letters and symbols, LGBTQA+ aims to provide visibility for everyone in this group, a community based in representation and equality for all.
Do you know what the Q might stand for?
I don't know a lot of Q words.
I mean, I know they include Q for queer.
I've always done it as queer or questioning.
Historically, the word queer has been used to refer to gay people in a derogatory way.
I don't know, I always feel like it had a bad connotation back in like the 70s when like it was like terrible to be gay, and it was like, oh, like stop being so queer, and like it's seen as being like weird and different.
But in the 1990s, the LGBT community moved to reclaim this word and take away its power as a slur. These days, queer is often used as an umbrella term.
Isn't it people who do not fall into just heteronormativity?
I think of anybody under the LGBTQA, spectrum in any kind of form that can't be included with a specific letter.
Queer is also an identity that some people use to acknowledge that their sexuality, gender, or both might be non-binary. It could also stand for questioning, as a way to acknowledge that even if you aren't sure of your identity quite yet, you're still a part of the community.
So what do you think the A stands for?
I would guess anonymous.
Asexual. I watched a video on that recently.
I personally think it's asexual.
Asexuality is an identity for those who lack sexual attraction altogether.
It's just not feeling that outright. It's also how I identify.
Adding the A to LGBTQ provides representation for a sexual minority that often goes completely unrepresented in the mainstream.
It's very important to me to feel like I'm included in a space that a lot of people might say I'm not.
So what could possibly be left to cover in the LGBTQA acronym?
What identities do you think might fall under the plus?
Gray romanticism.
I have a friend who's like pansexual, so that would be included. I for like intersex.
Non-binary.
Identities like genderqueer, demisexual, bigender. So why is it so important for people to feel represented?
Well, I guess it's like counterintuitive to have it be included as like LGBT, like these are the only people who are part of it.
It's just important to try to take into perspective the experiences of everyone.
And I know that I didn't know of other gay people when I was like 10 and 12. If there had been more
identities to look under. That would have been amazing for there to be more letters.
It adds credibility, and also it makes you just feel better to know that what you're doing is happening to a lot of other people. You're not weird, you're not isolated.
Expanding the traditional LGBT acronym to include QA+ provides visibility for identities that have never before been a part of the sexual and gender identity conversation. Until now. Visibility leads to acceptance, and acceptance leads to the end goal of everybody being okay with who they are.
All right, that's good stuff from GSA. Now, let's hear from the running club.
Be sure you have her voice in there.
Come to Running Club! Hi, do you like to run?
Yeah, I do. So do I.
And so do these guys.
They're faster than us, though. You don't have to run fast to join Running Club.
You can just come whenever. It's Mondays and Thursdays at 4 o'clock in the fitness center.
Walk some miles. Come to Running Club.
Mondays and Thursdays at 4 at the fitness center.
What do we have? Oh yeah, we got, well, you're gonna hear my voice, but pretend I'm Coach Flynn, because these are some Gateway Athletic announcements coming up. All right, this week in Gateway Athletics, we have the BCL Central Soccer Playoffs, Gateway versus Drew, 4 o'clock at B Chalet. We have the finals on Friday, time and location to be determined. Basketball tryouts happen October 29th and 30th. Schedules are available outside of room 118. You must have eligibility packets, a 2.0 GPA in your last semester, spring 18 and summer. We are still looking for basketball volunteers. We need people to do the scoreboard and shot clock for home games, scoreboard and videography for home and away games. See Coach Flynn in the gym on Monday and Tuesday at lunch. Also, again, Running Club meets on Mondays and Thursdays in the fitness center, 4 p.m. Drop-in is cool, but you need clearance forms on file. And finally, house volleyball playoffs this Friday, 11:45. Actually, it's probably 11:20 to 11:45. We have green versus yellow. Big shout out to Purple House for winning last week. Now we're going to see who will be victorious between green and yellow. All right, that's it. I'm back on the stoop. I want to get videos. We have more of these coming up. If you have a talent, if you have a club that's doing cool stuff, if you got some cool skateboard tricks, you're doing things outside of here, great things are happening in your class, send me videos. I want to get kids involved. Hope you all enjoyed the first Monday morning video, and have a good rest of the day. Lunch is coming up pretty soon.